What's up, Taters? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com. Welcome to Just Tree 411. So yes, I am finally going to review Pearl's appearance on the Piers Morgan show. Now listen, before I get to there, before I review this video, let me just show you how we got here. Remember, what Pearl did, she uploaded a video and it didn't have any of these words in it. She uploaded this video to her Twitter. I took the video and I put her name all on here. Then I put this over here and I made sure I put dedicated to Nick Fuentes. And then I put Nick Fuentes' reaction to the video towards the end. And then I uploaded it on my Twitter account and it went viral on lefty, liberal, and Jewish Twitter. And a whole lot of articles were out because of this. And thanks to her appearance on the Piers Morgan show, woo, she got tons of articles that are attaching her name to anti-Semitism. And that is what I was going for, honey. That's exactly, yes, very good, Pearl. You're falling for my plan. So let's go ahead and review this because this entire segment here is 14 minutes long. And yeah, it's going to be a good one. So let's just dive right on into it.
Welcome back
okay?
to Piers Morgan Uncensored. Pearl Davis is the self-styled anti-feminist influencer who's creating major buzz online with a contrarian view. She's appeared in a couple of debates on this show. It's called Uncensored after all. We welcome any honestly held opinions. But this week, she's facing a major backlash for posting a song titled Why Can't We Talk About the Jews, which she dedicated to far-right commentator Nick Fuentes before later.
Right there, where she knew she messed up, okay? It's that moment right here, like, uh-oh. You know, I had people in my comments section telling me something. She was happy about this. See, people don't know how to study other people. They're just so blind. They really don't know how to read people. This woman is freaking out right now. This is what you call a nervous laugh. She's flustered. With all that makeup she got on her face, she's still flustered. She is like really shocked, and I'm here for it. The same thing she does to other women, where she brings them onto her show and she basically blindside them. She hits them on their blind spot. She doesn't prepare them for what she's going to do to them. It's being done to her, and I'm so here for it.
Deleting it.
Why can't we
Look at her face, is so priceless.
Without getting kicked off of YouTube. Now, I'm not saying Hitler was a good guy.
This woman is so gross looking. Ugh.
But I kinda wanna know why. Now there's all these conspiracy theories, and the more they talk, I think maybe they're right. But I can't even listen to the content.
Well, Pearl joins me now, along with the New York author and founder of End Jew Hatred, Brooke Goldstein, over in the States. All right, Pearl, you've come on the show a couple of times, right? We've had some spirited debates about feminism and stuff like that, and I thought you've made some good points.
She is look, I get her body language is like, holy smokes. I know. You stepped in it now, Pearl, didn't you? You stepped in it now, didn't you? Oh, man, I'm enjoying this. This is so great.
Attraction. Then I wake up the other day and I see this thing that's trending involving you doing this song. And I couldn't really believe what I was watching. I didn't know. Why did you find it funny?
See, let me tell y'all something. Because people thought, I had not that many, because a lot of people are not that stupid. But I had a couple of people were like, she was enjoying every minute of it. No, she was not. Some people react to stress differently. Some will sweat, some will laugh, some will, get nervous and they'll shake. Everybody reacts differently. So when you study someone, you have to see how they react when they are confronted, when they are very, very nervous or anxious. And right now she is freaking out. Look at her face. Look at her face right now. Does this look like somebody who's enjoying the moment right now? No, she's not. She is taken off guard, which I'm all for, because she does that to her other guests, especially her female guests. Well, actually, she does that to only her female guests. And now it's being done to her because she's been on Piers Morgan twice. And the first appearance, she really did a good job. I didn't watch the second one because I was like, all Piers is going to do is just basically like make her look good. And then the third one right here, this is the third one, but that bridge is burned, honey, so I don't think she's going to be coming back on there anytime soon.
Did you find it funny? I mean, you know the backlash to it. I mean, you deleted it. You obviously thought you shouldn't have posted it.
She really don't have... She rocking back and forth. Hold on, let me rewind that. She's rocking back and forth, and she doesn't really know what to say.
Involving you doing this song. And I couldn't really believe what I was watching. I didn't know... Why did you find it funny?
Huh?
You find it funny? I mean, you know the backlash to it. I mean, you deleted it. You obviously thought you shouldn't have posted it. Mm-hmm. Why did you do that? Genuine question.
I mean, the point was more about cancel culture and people getting kicked off of social media.
No, it wasn't.
To finish the song. It was more about, like, you can't talk about this topic without being canceled by the left and the right. I don't really have a strong opinion either way.
You made a video about it, you dumb heifer. You do have an opinion about it. You made a video about it. People who don't have a strong opinion about stuff don't make a video about it. Are you serious? She's such a coward. She's such a coward. Remember, Pearl, you deleted the video, not the Jews. You did. You censored yourself. So now you're going to sit up here and blame them for something you did to yourself? Also, you do have an opinion about it because you and your mentor, Nick Fuentes, have a problem with people who are better than you. That's why you complain about them. And you decided that you was going to create a video dedicated to him so he can basically say bass. That cringe mess, okay? So you do feel strongly about it because you made a video about it.
It was kind of just like tongue-in-cheek.
No, it wasn't.
I didn't really expect it to get that crazy. It wasn't dedicated to anyone. I don't know why they say that, but...
Because I said it! It was because of me!
That's not true.
I mean, Nick Fuentes is a white supremacist. He's a Holocaust denier. He said afterwards that you had dropped a diss track on the Jews, which he clearly took to be something which was...
Oh, look at this picture. Oh, they were good at selecting this picture. Here you got Alex Jones on the right, and then you got Ali Alexander on the left. Now, like I said, I'm not a fan of Alex Jones anymore, but I get it. But having this thing over here in this picture right here is just bad optics for her. But, you know, I'm all here for it.
You know, mocking Jewish people, talking about, I'm not saying Hitler was a good guy, but I want to know why. What do you want to know why?
Well, it was more like, why can't we talk about it? It wasn't like
you talked about the more conspiracy theories you've heard about Hitler and the Holocaust, presumably.
I'm a fan of conspiracy theory. Like, you know, people think...
What a dumb thing to say. I'm a fan of conspiracy theories. Wow. What a dumb thing to say.
I'm part of the CIA. There's a whole conspiracy thing online. And, you know, I'm not for, like, silencing it either way. The point of the song isn't, like, I really have an opinion on the matter. It's more, I don't think we should ban people off of social media. So far so that I don't even, like, I think it should be illegal to ban anybody off of social media unless they're inciting violence. That was the point of the song. I'm not really...
Lies. First of all, I agree. We shouldn't ban people off of social media. However, remember, Pearl, you deleted the video. You deleted it. You censored yourself. So I don't understand why you didn't like the backlash with your ugly face. Ugh, Lord of mercy. You want to make Halloween cookies. All you got to do is dip her face in a big thing of cookie dough, and you got it. But anyway, you censored yourself. And I think she should continue to say this so she can continue to get the backlash. Because, girl, you are going to be irrelevant. You have ruined your name for a long time. You may as well go over there to Cozy to be with Nick Fuentes, because that's just how much you're going to be worth after all this is over with.
It was more like tongue-in-cheek.
But just to be clear, what are the conspiracy theories surrounding Hitler, which you feel the more you hear them, the more you're interested in them?
Well, I don't know, because I can't hear them.
Huh?
I don't
know the ones that Nick Fuentes.
Well, I wasn't even talking about Nick. I was thinking of Ye, to be honest. I don't know.
No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. You didn't even mention Kanye. Now, fact, you never mentioned Nick, but you know Nick. You know what I'm saying? You and Nick are buddies. You and Nick are best friends for 5 months. Nick loves you, and you love yourself some Nick. But you didn't. This wasn't about Kanye West. You just brought that up. You just made that up. And let's see. I think Piers doesn't let her get away with that.
Why they put that Nick was the inspiration for that song? I was thinking of Ye.
No, you wasn't.
You are aware of the big backlash to this and the deep upset from the Jewish community.
I certainly am now. I just posted that song and I woke up and I was like, article. I was like, golly.
Right.
And after this appearance, more articles. Honey, let me tell you something. She has had about, and I'm not exaggerating, she has had 5 more articles put out on her after this appearance. And it may be more, but I know I personally read 5 of them.
But are you sorry?
Crazy. I think that, my whole point was that cancel culture is wrong. I am not speaking one way or the other about the issues. My question is, why are we canceled for talking about certain topics?
Nobody canceled you talking about the Jews. No, let's be clear, guys. I don't know where this thing come from about, you can't talk about them. Yeah, I talk about them all the time. As a matter of fact, I purposely went out on these threads on Twitter where everybody was like, you can't mention their names. I was like, you can mention their names. And I would say, because they're better than you, that's my biggest kryptonite to a lot of these anti-Semites, is I say, well, you can talk about them, but we always know that the inferior always complain about the superior. Every time. You never see the lion complain about the gazelle. It's always the gazelle to myself. What are these lions eating us? You always got the less and the weak complaining about the more and the strong. That's how that works.
You would allow Holocaust deniers to have space on social media to promote Holocaust denial to millions of people. You have 2 million people who subscribe to your YouTube. Right?
She ain't got no 2 million.
That's a big audience of people.
I'm not at 2 million yet. I'd like to be.
Right, but you have a lot of...
But let's be clear. Also, Pearl, I think she's at 1.6 million bots. All that, I would have to say, well over 60 to 70% of her audience, there are paid subscribers. Excuse me, she paid bots for those subscribers, because when you look at her view count is ridiculous. I'm gonna make a video showing just how dead her channel is compared to her subscriber count, which is like 1.6 million subscribers. This woman gets anywhere from 9,000 to 10,000. Someone with that many subscribers should be banking into a 6-digit view count, but not Pearl. She doesn't, not at all. She barely makes it to 5.
People that follow you on various social media platforms.
Yeah.
You put a video like that up, and there are going to be some impressionable young minds going, hang on, what's Pearl saying? Adolf Hitler? Not saying he's a good guy, but I want to know why. The more conspiracies theories I hear, the more I have to think about it.
But
I took that to mean that you agree with Fuentes.
Why did you cut off?
She does agree with Fuentes. Hold on, she does agree with him. And I hate these coward people who don't want to own what they really stand by. And I don't like this mentality of, it's just jokes. I'm just memeing. No, I think you're a coward. If you can't actually stand behind the things you say, even if it's in a joke. I make a lot of jokes, but people say, well, Tree, is that how you really feel? Yep. I mean, if I make a joke about it, that's how I feel. I only make jokes or meme behind things I really sincerely feel. And I don't want to sit up here and be a coward, which I'm not, and say, oh, I don't mean that. That's just jokes. I've never said that. I've never said that. How I joke is what I really mean. There's my true feelings is behind my jokes.
I took that to mean that you agree with Fuentes.
Why did you cut off the end of the song?
First of all, the end of the song means nothing. You know what I'm saying? The end of the song is why can't I know the song by heart, guys. This is the end of the song. So why can't we talk about the I didn't say it. That is the ending of the song, word for word. And because Piers doesn't know that, Piers is not going to be able to counteract that by saying, well, that's the word, your last words is, why can't we talk about the oh, I didn't say it. So what was the point of including that?
I said, but we can't even have the conversation.
They just played that.
What is the conversation you want to have?
Without being canceled by the left and the right.
That's not part of the lyrics. You're making up lyrics. That you was like, we can't have the conversation. That's what you said. And they showed that already.
The point is any speech.
No, I think it's not any speech. It's not any speech.
If it was any speech, why did you concentrate on the Jews? Who are getting you back? Oh, I love my Jewish brothers and sisters. Oh my God, they tearing you up.
What is the conversation about Hitler and conspiracy theories and the Holocaust that you want to have?
I don't want to have any conversation. My lane is feminism. That's what
you're singing about Adolf Hitler.
Can I finish?
Yeah, but you are singing about Hitler.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I finish? Yeah. Hey, Pearl, that don't work against a man. Let a man speak, Pearl. The man is always right. Remember, you're saying women should shut up. You're not shutting up, Pearl. You're not practicing what you're preaching, Pearl. Men are always right. Women don't know what they're talking about. Women are emotional. Women are illogical, according to you. And you need to let the men speak.
You do want to have that conversation.
I want anybody that wants to speak on social media to be able to speak about what they want to talk about.
Including Holocaust
without
denial.
Getting banned. Whatever they want to talk about.
Including Holocaust denial.
If they want to talk about that, as long as they're not inciting violence, I think people...
Of course they're inciting violence. They're inciting a hatred of Jewish people.
Social media is the new town square, right? You used to be able to go and say your opinions in the town square. Now we have corporations censoring what can and cannot be said. And I think that's wrong. I think that should be illegal.
But you censored yourself. I got to keep saying this. You censored yourself. You deleted your tweet. Not Twitter, not the Jews, not the liberals, not the feminists, not the left. You did it. So you can't blame that on anyone else, idiot.
Bring in Brooke, who's been listening to this. Brooke, I don't think Pearl quite understands why the wording of this song, which she deleted, to be clear, so obviously realised this had not played out maybe the way she hoped, the offence it's caused to the Jewish community. Why was it so offensive?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for having me on and for highlighting this issue. Not necessarily highlighting Pearl, but highlighting the issue.
Get her, girl!
What you pointed out is that we're really facing a crisis of societal conscience, where someone like Pearl, who engages in hate speech, and actually the irony is she's complaining about being canceled, and yet she's on your platform. She has millions of viewers on the internet and on social media, and she's complaining about being canceled. The crisis is that this is what is profitable now. This clickbait, this type of racial incitement is profitable on the internet. And I'm sitting here, I'm listening to Pearl. I don't know if she's just plain stupid or she's actually quite intelligent and knows that what she's doing is so sensational that it's going to make her a lot of money. But I want to say one thing, Pearl will disappear.
Yes, she will. will disappear, baby. I'm going to make sure of it, okay? Oh my God, I gotta listen to that again. That was so beautiful. Yes, don't make no mistake. Pearl will disappear. You tell him, girl.
Actually
You
quite
tell him.
intelligent and knows that what she's doing is so sensational that it's going to make her a lot of money. But I want to say one thing.
Tell it.
Pearl will disappear. She will disappear, like many others before her, because this is something that's just a moment in time. She's like a train wreck. It's like a car crash. You know, for example, you know you shouldn't be looking at it, but you can't take your eyes off it. But I want to make one more point. I think it's so important, especially on this platform. Hatred is taught. Nobody is born like this.
True.
And I talk about it a lot in my book about the dangers of hate education. And it's not something that we can debate, that we can engage in a rational argument with. You can
True.
see what her opinions are. She thinks women shouldn't vote, women shouldn't have the right to divorce. She thinks that women shouldn't be able to work.
So cringe. So this base. This is cringe. She thinks this is appealing to her audience. And I'm sorry, this makes her look, one, immature, and two, it makes her look like an imbecile. She looks idiotic. The base. It's just so cringy. It's like so cringy. If it wasn't for the fact that you're actually looking like an idiot right now, Pearl, right now I would have just turned off the video a long time ago.
She says these
I didn't say
crazy
that.
things
Now you're putting words
about
in my
Hitler.
mouth.
But there's
Now you're
no
putting words in my
rational.
mouth.
Please don't interrupt.
That's right, girl. You don't like it when somebody interrupts you. So shut up while the Jew goddess is speaking, okay?
There's no rational argument with someone like this. And this is a mistake that my community makes, the Jewish community, very often, that they think they can bring facts to the table, that they can debate somebody like Pearl, and it's, you're going to get somewhere. You're not going to get anywhere. You're going to get somewhere only by shedding the light on this type of bigotry to expose someone like her.
Let me
just do a
crazy
monologue?
person
Okay.
that she is.
All right, bro, let me go back to Pearl. Pearl, let me just offer you some advice, right?
Okay.
Because I don't think you're stupid. And in the two appearances you've made previously on this program, I thought it was interesting. It was controversial in some ways, but actually a lot of people would have agreed with some of the things you were saying. There's no question about that. But you seem to know where the line was. Someone like Nick Fuentes doesn't know where the line is. Someone like Kanye West, who I interviewed after he went on some weird anti-Semitic trope nonsense.
Yeah, and I love how she want to use Kanye as an example. Yeah, Kanye is no longer a billionaire because the same people who helped him become a billionaire, he bit their hand. So you know what they did? They took their money back, okay? You can't sit up here and specifically use the Jews to become successful, but then you're going to sit up here and in his own words, let's not forget, on the podcast that I think was those guys were drinking and smoking, he specifically said out of his own mouth that he is jealous of the Jewish people. He's jealous of how they support one another. He's jealous of how they're really good at money and they're good at reading contracts. He said he is jealous of them. And that is usually the case when it comes to all these people. It's just about jealousy. It's always jealousy. Others are always jealous of those who have more than them, who are better than them. It's always about jealousy. If the Jews were not good at money, if they were not good at business, if they were not good at anything dealing with management, nobody would really care about these people. If they're not good at parenting, if they're not good at really raising successful children, no one would care about the Jews. But see, the fact is that they're really good at a lot of things. Like the Asians are really good at a lot of things. We have a lot of people in the black community who are very, 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 very jealous of Asians and how they're very successful in a lot of things, including their own businesses in the black community. That's how that works. But see, the thing about it is that no one stops anyone from talking about these people. So let's be clear on that one.
He's been wiped out by what he did, or what he said about the Jewish people, because there are certain things where I am absolutely in support of the concept of free speech, right? But you can't go around telling Jewish people the Holocaust didn't happen as Fuentes.
That's
and people
not,
like Fuentes does say things like that.
But I'm not him. So you're bringing me up. So it's like.
No, but when you sing a song,
right,
and you talk about
who
Hitler,
determines what the line is, Pierce?
Well, I'm asking
who determines? Do you get to determine it?
No,
Does she get to determine
I'm asking you to.
Who gets to determine what the line is?
I'm asking you to work out in your head.
I'm saying the
You're not.
Look at. Now remember, guys, I want you to remember this. Look at how aggressive she is. Look at how manly she is. This is not how a woman is supposed to behave. According to Pearl. Pearl is always on her Twitter talking about women need to be more submissive. Women need to allow men to speak. Women need to get out of men's spaces. Women need to stop being masculine. And yet still she's not practicing anything she's speaking right now. Oh, excuse me. She's not practicing anything she's preaching right now. She keeps talking over the man. She keeps interrupting the man. She's now allowing the man to have his say. She's basically being the man as a woman against a real man. So, like, once again, Pearl proves that she does not mean anything that she preach or say on her stupid YouTube channel as well as on Twitter.
Stupid person.
The line...
When you say, I'm not saying Hitler was a good guy, but I want to know why. Right? When you talk about the more conspiracy theories about him I hear, the more I'm like, well, that's interesting. I'm just like agog that even now you don't seem to really grasp why singing that and releasing it to millions of people is incredibly offensive to Jewish people.
I think at the end of the day, Pierce, I don't think it's for you to determine what speech should be allowed and not allowed.
No, what about you determining? Why did you delete it?
Yes! Why did you delete it, Pearl? Why did you delete it? Let me rewind that again. Why did you delete it? You did it. Twitter didn't do it. You did it. Okay?
Should be allowed and not allowed.
What about you determining? Why did you delete it?
Why did I delete it?
Yeah.
Because it was just a headache, Pierce.
Because you knew it was wrong?
I just think it's like, it's not the hill I'm trying to die on.
Right, but why did...
But you are. But you are. I just want you to understand, you are going to die on that hill. You're doing it right now.
Did you choose that hill to die on?
I didn't choose this hill to die
You did.
on.
You released the video.
I also released 10 different videos about 10 different other topics
but they're not
day.
talking about Adolf Hitler, are they?
True.
Are we not allowed to talk about him?
You can talk about Hitler right to the point you say the more conspiracy theories I hear about him.
I think that anyone should be allowed to speak about any conspiracy theory on social media. That is my point. It's not about Hitler. It's not
If
about
you really
the
believe what
Holocaust.
you did wasn't wrong, you wouldn't have deleted it.
True.
Wow. Okay.
Don't you think?
I agree with Pearl.
Uh-oh. Let the Jew goddess. Honey, let me tell you something. I love your hair, your elegance. Look at you, girl. Go, girl.
Go on, bro.
If I may just say one thing, as an attorney, I have to say that I do agree with her, that I am a free speech purist. And I think that even bigotry should be able to be spoken in the public sphere. But the problem of cancel culture is not against anti-Jewish speech. I think that's very clear. We see the scourge of anti-Semitism and Jew hatred rising on the internet. The problem is that there's no consequences for it, and the way that private companies
How are there no consequences for it?
Canceling is they're going after pro-Jewish speech.
True! Honey, let me tell you something. Listen, I always defend the winning team. Okay? I always defend the winning team. And so I see a lot of these inferior people always want to just go after the superior people, the people who are winning. All right? Winning. All right? And I go, well, hey, they're better than you. And then I'm called all kinds of names. I get all kinds of anti-Semites coming right after me, jumping right on me. This is how it is always for me. Even in this comment section, I'm going to get some dark and light people coming up in here to me. Why can't we talk about them? You can talk about them. But let's be clear. You only talk about them because they're better than you. You complain about them because they're better than you. You always sit up here and say, well, they own this, well, they own that. Yes, because they're better than you. They own all the stuff that you claim they own because you don't own it. You don't make that type of money. You don't have that type of power. And you're jealous. Stay mad.
Going after pro-Israel speech, I can't tell you how many times I'm contacted by people and often my own clients who are shut down on social media for saying anything positive about Jewish people, about Judaism, or about Israel. Yet these social media companies are unequally applying their own standards. And, while they're, for example, shutting down COVID deniers, they are allowing Holocaust denial speech. They are allowing people like Pearl to spew her hatred. So we are really free speech.
Look at her face. Look at Pearl's face. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Go back. Look at Pearl's face. Look at Pearl's face.
Pearl to spew her hatred. So if we are really free speech purists, and that's what we are saying that companies should do, they should allow all speech.
Yeah, I hear you. Listen, I would just say this to you, Pearl.
Unless it's incitement to immediate violence.
Right, I would say this to you, Pearl.
So we agree.
No, Pearl, I would say this to you in conclusion.
We're all on the same team now.
No, you're not on the same team. Okay, you are gutter trash. Okay, that was a goddess. That was a Jewish goddess we just saw, okay? All right? She was a married woman with kids, something you ain't gonna experience. So, yeah, I mean, you can sit up here and try to soften that blow, but it ain't gonna work, girl.
In conclusion, look, you deleted this, so you clearly felt bad about what you'd put up, or you wouldn't have deleted it. You accept that?
No.
You don't accept it?
I just, it's kind of a headache. I was like, well,
she's lying. She's lying. Because you have dealt with other tweets that giving you so-called headaches before, and you didn't delete them. You only deleted it because you're like, I don't know if Fuentes got to you or your manager, who is now saying he's your ex-manager, has gotten to you to say, hey, girl, don't do this. This is not the move for you. You're going to have this connected to your name for the rest of your life. You don't want to do that. Look at the headline here. Hate speech versus free speech. Pearl Davis has since deleted the controversial video. So it just shows cowardice on her end. And it's not a good look. It just shows that you knew what you were doing and that therefore you try to clean up your mess. It's not a good look, girl.
It just seems like a lot of headache to me.
Right. Or did you realize actually in that moment, from the visceral reaction from the Jewish community, you crossed a line that you yourself should have worked out was there?
Actually, Piers, I must tell you something. It's not that she got a reaction from the Jewish community, because when she had that video up, she really didn't get a reaction to the Jewish community. It wasn't until my video came out that the Jewish community saw my video. Okay, because I got powerful Jewish people watching me and also following me, and they saw the video. They saw it, and then that's when they came out after her. So it was when they saw it, and that's when she deleted. When she saw my version of the video, she deleted the video 10 minutes later. She deleted it 10 minutes later. So it wasn't until I came on the scene, because this woman knows how powerful I am. She knows what's up.
Look, at the end of the day, Pierce, the song was about freedom of speech.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't one way or the other. The song was about why can't we have these conversations on social media, and why do I keep getting...
About why Hitler may be a good guy.
And why do I keep seeing people get banned on social media?
You never see nobody get banned on social media talking about the Jews. That is a lie. You never seen that. You never seen it. Nobody can show anybody who have gotten banned because they've been talking about Jewish people.
My point is, I don't think there should be a line unless you're inciting violence.
Here's a line.
Pierce, would we agree on that?
Listen,
yes or no? Yes or no? Will we agree?
Here's my point.
No, yes,
you haven't answered my question.
Okay.
I'm not saying Hitler was a good guy, but I want to know why. I want to know why what?
We can't have the conversation without being canceled by the left and the right. I just don't understand why you guys edit. You guys cut out the end of the song.
Paul.
You did 75. Okay.
The conversation about whether Hitler was a good guy. You want to have that conversation?
I think that
he murdered 12 million people,
my whole
including
point,
6 million Jewish people on the Holocaust.
My whole point is we should be able to have that conversation.
But whether he's a good guy?
Yes, because.
good. You want to have a conversation whether he was a good guy. Whether he was a good guy. He was like, yes. I want to talk about how good Hitler is. This is so
The whole
great.
point is we should be able to have that conversation.
But whether he's a good guy.
Yes, because it causes more commotion when you're starting to censor people.
You censored yourself. You censored yourself. Also, by the way, y'all keep telling me she done lost weight. She's spreading like baked dough, okay? All right? You censored yourself. That's what you did. Nobody took that video down but you.
Like, I think that's wrong. I think it's
agree.
wrong to censor anybody.
Well, you know what? You can have that conversation. You had that conversation. You posted it. You haven't been cancelled. I've had you on the show.
True.
You might, with time, to think about this, regret what you did because you can clearly, you're not stupid. You do understand the offensive.
I think she is stupid. She's smart to continue this grift, but she is a little dumb. She's not that intelligent. But she was also smart enough to delete that video before I don't know. To tell you the truth, I don't know why she deleted the video. And I don't believe this whole thing this is not the hill I'm ready to die on. Like I said, I think when she saw my video, she immediately deleted it, just like the other, the 16-year-old hot chick tweet that she made. When I basically tweeted about it, she deleted it again. So she's watching my Twitter like a hawk. Like, she is really watching it. And I think that's the reason why she doesn't want to stand and be accountable, because she's always talking about women are never held accountable. Here we have her once again doing exactly what she accused women of doing. She says women don't hold accountability. Here we have her not holding herself accountable for her actions.
Caused. And wanting to have the right to debate whether Hitler's a good guy is just cretinous.
No, I want anybody to be able to speak on any platform. That was the point of the song.
All right, let's leave it
Can
there.
I point out a nuance here?
I've got Brooke, I'm sorry. I'm afraid we've run out of time, but thank you for coming on the program. I greatly appreciate it. And Pearl, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
That was awesome. You know what? Hold on. Let me just say this, right? There's a lot that has happened after this, and I'll probably have to do another video explaining what happened after this. But let me just say this. Pearl got too cocky. She got so arrogant. She thought Piers was her friend. She was like, yeah, I came on there twice. I did a very good job on both times. Now, like I said, I haven't seen the second time that she came on the Piers Morgan show. I know I did see the first time. I don't like Pearl, but she did good. She was able to talk over that feminist. She was able to railroad over her. So she did a good showing. So I wasn't going to watch the second time because it looked to me that Piers was going to be an ally. But, honey, let me tell you something. If you got to choose between being an ally to you, Pearl, versus the Jews, he going to choose the Jews. Because I would, too. I would choose the most powerful and winning team. And it's definitely not your side, Pearl. Anyway, okay, so that's all I wanted to do. Here's your video, ladies and gentlemen. I finally did it. Here's me responding to all of this. I would love to know what you think. Leave your comments below this video. Don't forget to leave a like. Let me know what you think about all of this. But remember, we got to do the follow-up because she was salty. She was spurging on Daggone on her own Twitter account. And she also made a video response to all of this. So I'm gonna do another video on this as well as talk about it on my live stream. So with that being said, I look forward to hearing what you guys got to say in the comments section. Later, taters.